This is technically my first interview slash podcasting with my boy Sway. Honored that he asked to be my first guest, right? And before we get into it, man, I just want to give you your flowers real quick, man. Edify you a little bit for anybody that watches this. My boy Sway, right? Just a leader, man. A young king. I've been watching him on IG and in the group, bro. A barbershop owner. How old are you now?
24.
24. That's crazy. Barbershop owner at 24, educator, six-figure barber mentee,
Mhm.
growing.
OP mentee.
Oh, that's right. Six-figure barber, OP mentee. Um, and the barbershop's name is Purpose Barbershop and Tattoo, right?
Yep. Tattoo studio now.
Tattoo Studio. Okay. That's crazy, bro. And what has it been a year? It's been a year already?
Yep. We're closing on our first year.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, it's been a year. Yeah.
A
Time flew.
year, a year as a barbershop owner. So you were an owner at 23.
Yeah.
Brother, that's
It's
wild.
crazy.
I ain't
Crazy.
no way. I was just finishing barber school at 23, 24.
Dang.
I can't even mentally imagine owning a shop at your age, dude. Like I'm still
Dang.
trying to wrap my mind around it right now.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I'm still the same. Even after a year, it's like I like take a lunch break, and I'm like working on the business, as they say in the modules. I'm like, bro, I'm really doing this. You know what I mean? Like, this wasn't even like one of my very first YouTube videos. I talk about, I don't know what God has planned for me, but whatever it is, I'm ready for it, and this wasn't, I mean, in the plans for me, but I guess this is what he's taking me to. So I'm just like trying to be the person,
Yeah,
for the people,
yeah,
showing God's, trying to be a reflection of God for others, really, through our
yeah,
gift, pretty
yeah.
much.
Brother, you're doing it, man. You're doing it. So would you say was it being in the mentorship with Team 45 and Basio was it being a part of that just kind of inspired you to be like, all right, I can do this like right now if I want to.
That is exactly what, like, mentally, it was kind of
Yeah,
like I'm like a laid back, you know, type of person. I never thought I'd be in a position to like lead others, you know,
yeah,
but having that faith with God, reading the Bible has really helped me become more of a leader, pretty
yeah,
much just serving others, being
yeah,
there for putting others first. And that helped me really just, relationship with God wise. It's really helped me made the process more easier.
yeah,
Um, but for sure, the mentorship, if I wasn't in that mentorship and
yeah,
he offered me the shop, I would have been like, nah, like I'm not
yeah.
ready for it, but made it easy for sure.
So did how long were you at the shop before that happened?
A year,
A year?
first year. Yeah,
Okay. And did you know that the owner was thinking about selling at all?
kinda. The lease was ending, and I've been telling him I wanted to open up a shop
Hmm.
in Amarillo. It's like the next biggest city to us,
Okay.
closest. And I was like, I've been talking about it. And the lease was ending, and I guess he didn't want to keep keep the shop.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess he was looking for the person. And when I mentioned that I wanted to do a shop in Rillo,
Yeah.
he was just like, "Well, you're part of that mentorship. I feel like if you just want to take over the lease, buy the shop from me,
Yeah.
if you're willing to do that, if you're open to that." And I was like, "Well, shoot." I was like, "Yeah." I was planning
Oh,
for it, bro. I was
yeah.
planning for it at the end of last year, and it
Yeah.
happened the second month
Okay.
of the year.
Okay.
So it was like I was trying to be ready for it, but it just happened way quicker than I expected.
So
So
okay. So he knew that you wanted to open up a shop, and then just like a
yep,
few months in, he's like, "Hey man, like You could just get this from me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
At least one.
was that a pretty easy process?
Honestly, yes. It was in a month's time span.
Yeah.
So like I had all of March. He offered it to me in February, mid-February. So I had all of March to get the LLC ready,
Yeah.
get the documentation right, the certificate, open up a business bank account, LLC,
Yeah.
get the new sign. I could have just kept everything the same, but I was like, nah, like I got,
Yeah.
it's been in the works.
Yeah.
So I had to get a new sign, grand opening when I transferred it. I wanted to go out big, so I had two bands play in the shop,
Yeah.
free haircuts for 3 hours,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Wow, dude. So how
it's been right.
how being in the mentorship probably just made it so much smoother for you to handle all that, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Like
because
you knew
so the
exactly what you needed
modules.
to do.
Yeah, I was, believe it or not, I've been, because you can skip around, so I've been looking at the building wealth through barbershop.
Yeah.
So negotiating the lease, what to look for, what checks the boxes, what to be ready for, what to prep for.
Yeah.
A lot of people outside looking in, they don't know that I'm in the mentorship. So
Mm.
they're like, you don't like, slow down. They're like, you don't, there's a lot to it. But
Mm.
I was like, I've been we're
You say
looking at, you know what I
you
mean?
don't
Like
know who I talk to, bruh. You don't know who I mess with.
I I got Chris Bosio right here, man. So
Goat.
it's been, yeah. So when I tell that to them, I got a mentor, they're like, oh, it clicks. They're like, okay, I was like, I messed it in mentorship a year ago. So,
Yeah.
you know, uh,
Yeah.
I've been trying to be ahead of the game, trying to be
Yeah.
ready for what's to come.
Yeah. Oh, killing it, bro. And how long have you been in the mentorship now with Basio?
Now, pretty much when I got licensed, so it's been 2 years and 6 months almost, right? So
Okay. So
since
you were in
October.
that for a year, and then that kind of led into you being in the shop and then now owning the shop.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
crazy.
so you were one of the original mentees,
Hmm.
right? When
And
you just had to pay a
2022.
flat fee?
Yeah, end of 2022. I started in January 2023.
Yeah,
Pretty much, I started.
dude.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Okay. So yeah, we have to talk about this a little bit. What was it a hard decision for you to join the mentorship?
Nah, no. It was easy. It was like no brainer.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for somebody that offered guidance about business.
Yeah.
Haircutting, I knew you could, the more you practice, the more you get better.
Yeah.
But as far as business, taxes, investing, all that stuff, I didn't know anything, and I didn't have anybody to call or help.
Mm.
So I was like, once I watched that YouTube video and he was talking about that, his mentorship, I was like, I gotta join.
Yeah. You're
I
like
gotta
that.
get into it. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you say, man? Because there's so many different like mentorships and coaching programs now. What do you say to the person that's scared or hesitant to join something like this or skeptical? You know?
A lot of what I've been hearing from people, even if I mention mentorship, a lot of feedback I get is like, I can, like, that would be cool, but I can do it on my own.
Hmm.
But I tell them like, bro, like you're leveraging somebody else's experience of 10
Hmm.
years, 10,
Hmm.
12 years, so you're able to shortcut, not a shortcut, but like gain all that experience and knowledge that from somebody that's been doing it, that's done it. So it's like,
Yeah.
why try to figure it out on your own
Yeah.
when you can just, ask for help? I think a lot of it could be ego, pride, accountability. I think for one, a lot of people can't take accountability or
Mm.
criticism. I
Mm.
think that like being um how would you say it? Like having humility is how you
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
Like being able to listen to other people. I feel like there's, few people that can be open-minded,
Yeah.
off like ask for help, um, ask for guidance. And I think a lot of people, I don't know what it is, but for me, I'm just like, if you can ask somebody or somebody can help you, I'm the first one, like,
Yeah.
asking questions, needing help, anything. So um I always recommend it for sure. I'm like, bro, if you really want to, you know, get ahead of the game and really be set, mentorship is 100% like a no-brainer.
Yeah. Were you always open to like mentorship, and were you always, just open to asking for help?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was doing before I got my barber license. I'd be DMing other shop owners. I didn't ask for help. I kind of asked if I could sweep so I can be around it, sweep up the hair for their shop. I just want to be around it, get
Yeah.
under, try to find that one owner that is able to take me under their wing pretty much.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, I found one guy, but I didn't know it was in Amarillo. His name is JJ. He's in the mentorship now.
Yeah.
Uh,
You brought him to
yeah,
he was in Tampa
yeah,
with you, right? Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
he's been seeing everything, and he
Wow.
was just like, we took that trip to CT last year,
Yeah.
and he's been doing it for 7 years. And he was just like I said, with the purpose. I was like, bro, when you come to these shows, like you gotta have a reason why. Don't just come in here and like
Yeah.
not like go through the motions, and not talk to people or shake hands. Like whatever questions you got, shake anybody's hand, man. You never know who you're gonna meet. And
Yeah.
he told me on the ride back, we left that casino, and he's like, bro, like I'm glad I came with you because he's like, bro, you lit
Wow.
a like I've been doing it for 7 years, but you lit like a fire under me, like seeing
Let's
you talk to
go.
these people and doing what you're doing. He's like, bro, like you're like, and that's the goal with this, just being able to help others.
Yeah.
So I was like, for me being young, man, it's like I don't think it really matters the age as long as you kind of just able to be willing to help others and all that. I'm like, it's crazy to me still
Yeah.
seeing others like older than me and like they're like, dang, like he's
Yeah.
doing the thing. So
Yeah. Okay. And then I want to stay on this mentor thing a little bit.
hmm
Because I see the power of mentorship. I've been a part of it. I'm in different groups, and I just see how valuable it is. And again, how do you these people that are like, oh, like all this information is out here, it's free. Like literally, Basio has a lot of this stuff that is out there already for free. So
yeah.
again, what do you say to the person that's like, oh, it's already on there. Why do you need to pay
Mhm.
for it? Like why? What do you say to that
What do I
person?
say to them? I say to them like, um, for one, you get access to them, right?
Yeah,
Because you can watch one video right online, but you can't ask them a question
yeah,
personally.
yeah,
And around that, I mean, he's got a team of people. If if he can't get to you, there's a lot of people in the group. It's not just Bazio that we can take advice from. There's other people that are successful
yeah,
that have this same answer.
yeah,
So I think that's even easier. And yeah, I just let them know like you can get some free game, right? Some bits and pieces, but that's like a bit of the pie. You know what I mean? That's like a
yeah,
little slice, but there's like a whole big,
yeah.
dessert table, waiting for you to eat, bro.
Right.
Like
It's
eat
like
it up. So,
when you're hungry, like you're trying to get all of it.
hmm yeah, and that's what I like from the first time I opened up that module course, and it had like the beginning, right, the
Yeah,
pathway, all the
yeah,
way down to investing. When I seen the videos and the potential, that led me to be like, if I don't take this serious, if I take this serious, it can really change my life and my family
wow,
life.
wow,
So why not take it serious? You know what I mean? And since then,
yeah,
I've been so. My family speak from it too. They're like, man, you're just locked in. Like, there's good and bad to it, but I let them know like I'm invested.
yeah,
Not just for myself, but for my family and my own personal family too, God willing. So
Yeah.
it's like I gotta be serious.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's so many distractions, and then the people closest to you, they'll have things to say, and this is a lot, right? There's like two or three calls during the week if you're trying to stay tapped
Hmm.
in. So it takes up a lot of time, and people are like, "Yo, there's another call. Like, what's going on
Yeah.
now? Like, you're too serious. Like, you need to relax."
Um, it's crazy because like a year ago, it wasn't like this, you know what I mean? Like when I joined, they were talking about this, like what it'll be. So to kind of see it now, I'm like, bro, we had calls with Basio personally, you know what I mean? We could directly ask Basio, but now it's even harder to reach him, We're like taking it for granted almost, you know what I mean? Like, um, so now being a part of that OP mentorship, it's gonna grow to the same thing. So it's like now that I have direct access to Josh, I'm trying any questions anytime we have Q&A, anytime at the end of the call, I'm like, I gotta ask something or you know what I mean? Even if it feels like it's a dumb question, it's not, I'm just like, I
Yeah,
gotta ask. So
yeah. So you're in
it's
okay.
great.
You're in the six-figure barber mentorship with Basio, and then now you're also in the OP mentorship. So
Hmm.
what is the difference? Like, what are you learning and getting from Josh that you weren't necessarily getting with Basio? What's the difference?
With Josh OP, when I took his class in December, so
Yeah.
closing in my first year on Basio's mentorship, I took that perspective tour in Dallas for Josh. I only took it because the haircutting, the haircutting aspect of shear work, I needed to get way better at shear work. So, that first day he goes over the self-analysis or like personal goal setting.
Yeah.
Just that alone off of that first day, I was like, that was already worth it was like $1,500.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that alone, I was like, I could have been okay with just that first day paying that $1,500. But that to me, he's real like the way he talks, how he talks, and why he talks. It's
Yeah.
like I don't know, like his psychological way of thinking and how he talks about how he makes you think about what's going on is um like it's kind of crazy. So
Yeah.
hold on real quick.
Yeah.
Um got my mom cleaning. So um
That's cool.
she yeah, so let me change rooms real quick.
Yeah, you're
Every
good. You're good. That's bad, bro.
But with OP's mentorship, Josh OP's mentorship,
Yeah.
he talked a lot about balance, and that's what I needed. Was
Yeah.
I knew I was gonna be, Chris Bosio's is all about business and work, so I
Yeah.
needed more guidance alone with how to deal with all that, right?
Mhm.
How to deal with work, how to make work more enjoyable, because that's what to me is the DFS is following a system, but like working but enjoying it, right? It don't feel like a job. So I was like, I'm gonna just take that aspect, and it really applies to life too. Like,
Yeah.
I broke it down to where it's like if you're just focusing on day to day on what you need to do, it's really more enjoyable.
Yeah.
So that's what I needed. And after that, I think after that class, he was talking about that mentorship, and I was like, I need that, I need that guidance of, I feel like I'm burnt out type thing, but he'll give me
Mhm.
some advice, and he's like, bro, you're not. If you feel like you're burnt out mentally, but break it down into smaller things, and um, he just makes it so like easy. Like I don't know, things that are so complex, he makes it seem so simple and easier. And to
Yeah.
me, I need that, like because me being an overthinker, overworker, your mind can really either help like your mind is everything, mentally. So
Yeah.
if you're not good mentally, you can't do anything good,
Yeah.
working, talking, doing anything. So I needed that mental, really. I didn't know I needed a lot more help mentally,
Yeah.
guidance, I guess, too.
Yeah. Yeah. Josh
So
is,
he helps out a lot.
I thought, because I consider myself an overthinker too. And I thought I was a deep thinker. And then you talk to somebody like Josh when he like breaks
Well,
everything down. I'm just like, okay, this is another level now. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. He's
Crazy.
I just love how he talks, like how he
Yeah.
breaks things down and makes you think about it. I'm like, how do you think like this? You know what I mean? Like, what? But I love being around him, or being on calls. It's
Yeah.
been really great.
I don't know how guys like Basio and Josh like sleep because it just seems like their brain is just always running. You know what I mean?
And yeah, I think one thing that I've learned a lot now that makes it easier is building the right team, which I
Yeah.
think isn't one of those first modules is like finding that right team.
Yeah.
So it kind of helps you with offloading so much work
Yeah.
to some people that, you know, if you're not so strong at this aspect, somebody else can help you with it. And um, I think building the right team is for sure a lot because I don't know how the heck, like same way here, like, I don't know how they be sleeping at night with all this stuff going on. Like we think we
Yes,
got a lot going on and we're not even
sure,
to their
bro.
level yet, man.
I'm really trying to grasp like all the different things they got going on. Yeah, it's a lot. Okay, so to sum it up real quick, Basio, you got the six-figure mentorship. That's more like business, investing,
Hmm.
like being a barber, potentially being a barbershop owner, investing, right?
Hmm.
And then OP is like, yes, it's like education with like cutting hair, but then a lot of it's really kind of like mindset.
Yeah. Yeah. Mindset and like life, I want to say
So
personal
he's like
life.
really like breaking stuff down.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was the
Uh,
I've been lacking so hard on the OP mentorship. What's the latest thing you guys are working on? Like, what was the last call about?
Now I think we just finished up the content, social media. I think we're finishing up on that now. Is the
Yeah,
content and social media, and so yeah, it's been really just about hooks.
yeah,
What kind of audience you're trying to uh focus on, or what kind of content you're trying to make.
yeah.
So the hooks, the audio. Um, what else is there? I don't think I got to join the last call, but um, it's really social media right now. We're wrapping up social media
Yeah.
of it. So.
You feel like you've figured out because I know when it comes to social media, it's like you can have so many different interests, but like the content that you're putting out, you're trying to, it's kind of targeted. So like, okay, am I
Yep.
looking for clients? Am I looking for
Hmm.
barbers? Am I
Hmm.
is this about my brand? Is this about me? Like, do you know who you're
Hmm.
targeting now?
Yeah, I think that's one thing I wanted to focus on this year is building the social media.
Yeah,
And that's one thing that he clarified is like the videos you're making, you can do that, you can separate it from content for barbers, content for clients, content for
yeah,
your brand. And that's what I've been working on right now. And it's been working.
yeah,
uh Attracting the right barbers. If I really just share what I'm doing and what's going on and how I'm able to help others and the right people have joined, it's
wow,
attracted the right people and clients like I've been showcasing my haircuts now more professional, more uh yeah, more professional really. And a lot of people like it's kind of like a landing page too for your
yeah,
social media
yeah,
and lifestyle. I'm trying to make it a lifestyle brand too. So I just whatever I'm doing, if I'm golfing, I record it, share it, and cutting hair, I just record it, share it. I just try to make it as real as possible. I don't try to
yeah.
do too much crazy stuff. I just record and post, really.
How do you, man? It's a lot trying to like always think about recording
Yeah.
stuff. How do you kind of manage that? What goes through your head when you're just like recording stuff?
Um, man, I just instead of like, because a lot of people saying like creating content, right? But I think a lot of there's been some more advice on just documentation, just
Yeah,
record what you're doing. And that always reminds myself is like I just got to record everything I'm doing, whether it's a
yeah,
haircut, I just record it. Um, whatever I'm doing, I just try to document it, really just
yeah,
documenting, not creating. I just
yeah,
set up the phone, record and post, maybe add some subtitles, the captions.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I just in the back of my head, I've made it a priority, like to record something, whether it's at the end of the day, the whole day, bits and
yeah,
pieces, haircuts. I just try to record something, daily.
yeah,
And
yeah. What is your main? Because I see you have the DJI too, right? You have the DJI Osmo.
hold on. The microphone went out. Okay.
You hear me?
Can I hear you?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, now we're good. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. What's your main source of like recording? Is it the phone? Is it the DJI? I see you have the DJI too, right?
Yeah. This is more for storage. It's more pocket friendly.
Yeah,
Really storage. iPhone is more convenient. Both of them are really more convenient.
yeah,
So I think that's my go-to now. I was trying the professional camera. The professional camera does help a lot, but I feel like that's more for like showcasing
yeah,
stuff until I can make it more convenient. But for me, the easier, the simpler, the better. So
yeah,
the phone is easy and simple. You don't got to transfer anything. You just got it right there, your photo album. And
yeah,
yeah, I got the 256 gigabyte. So I just buy a new SD card every time, and man, like just instead of using up all my phone storage, I can just use my DJI and I can like last year, I think I documented it a whole lot.
yeah,
I think I recorded like from May to September on one
yeah.
SD.
Jeez. So
Yeah.
it fills out pretty quick.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just thinking like, it just feels like you always got to buy something. Like I just been using my phone, and now my phone's getting filled up. I was like, all right, man, we're gonna have to do something else
Yeah.
because I can't keep filling up my phone when I need it. You know what I mean?
That terabyte, you got that terabyte hard drive?
Hold on. Thing is, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna probably have to end this soon. But yeah, I just have like the iCloud, bro. And then like I need to do this again, but I uploaded everything to the terabyte, the storage, whatever.
Hmm.
But yeah, because it adds up quickly. But I'll probably end up investing in the DJI because I'm trying to use my nice camera. I got the Sony, and the quality is just so freaking crisp on there. And I'm like, all
Hmm.
right, I need to start getting really proficient with that. But at the end of the day, bro, I mean, you're right. Like, it's whatever's like easier for you, whatever's like the most
Hmm.
sustainable, whatever you're gonna continue the most. That's the tool you should be using. You're frozen. You hear me? I
Yeah.
don't know why you're paused.
Mhm.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay,
There we go. I was like,
let's see. I want to ask a couple questions, and we'll call it here at about 30 minutes. Yeah, what are your goals for the year, man? What you got your eyes set on right now?
um,
Oh, that's lagging.
at the for the end of the year. Everything's still good.
Yeah, yeah. Can you see and hear me?
Oh, it's working. Working.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, what are
Okay.
you hoping to accomplish this year?
This year,
Yeah.
I really just want to work towards eight, 9 chairs
Okay.
filled. The main thing is 6 full-time barbers
Yeah. Hmm.
and 2, 3 parts. And really be ready for the next big thing.
Yeah.
So whether that be private academy, another barbershop, um, I think everything I'm doing getting up to something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm educating the one-to-one classes,
Yeah.
helping me be ready for that. And cutting hair wise, I'm learning the managing, marketing, how to build the right team,
Yeah.
structure, culture. So whatever comes up first, I know I'll be ready for it. So
Yeah.
hopefully another barbershop and
Yeesh. Bro is a
barber.
beast, man. All right. So
Hopefully.
you're gonna fill the shop. You said you need at least 6 full-time barbers, hopefully more. Gonna continue educating. And then hopefully that'll lead to probably another shop, right? The way you
Mhm.
keep going.
Yeah, another shop and hopefully a private academy, honestly, because we lack education over here. So
Mm,
I'm like, why not just provide a whole academy, a private
yeah.
academy? That way
Yeah.
we get another step further. So
Yeah. So you're thinking like some sort of like online thing that you can just provide for people when they want to invest with you, work with you.
that or like actually certification, like barber license.
Wow.
Or that'd be a partnership, there's schools out there. I know the OP 45 school is doing it, so
Hmm.
mentees, I actually got a call after this with Josh
What?
OP. Because I've been working a lot with Forward Bar Supply Murillo, so that's what we always talk. We always have good talks, and what's lacking in our area. And I'm like, bro, we got to do a private academy. It's what it's. Every barber we talk to is just always education. So I'm like, we got the solution. We got OP and 40 and 245 doing the academy and that they're doing. So if we can do a partnership with them, that'll make it
Wow.
easier. So right
Let's
after this, we
go.
gotta we gotta call with the OP and see what we can do consultation.
Bro, that's wild. So you're gonna be like partnered with education with them.
Yeah,
Bro, that's huge.
yeah.
Have you already been
We'll see how we can work it because the owner of Forward Bar Supply Murillo, Mark, my bad, it's kind of cutting out. Mhm.
you see me now? Is it
All
good?
right, can't hear now.
You can't hear?
Yeah, okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Well, bro, that is huge, man. I'm super excited for you. Are you going to CT this year?
appreciate it, bro. I I think it's too close to call, but Las Vegas, we're doing that
Vegas?
as a shop.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go to
When is Vegas this year?
September.
September? Okay. Yeah, I
Yep.
might be
And
down for that. I was thinking of CT, but that feels kind of soon.
yeah, we're doing September for sure. Las Vegas is the go-to.
Did you do that last year? Vegas?
No, we did the CT, so this year we're like we should go to Las Vegas. It's like a smaller.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I
it seems
think
like
you.
they're putting a lot of energy into the Vegas one because that's going to be like the West Coast CT basically.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be nice. I'm ready for
Yeah.
that. I'll have some team. I told my shop, I was like, if y'all want to go to that, I can buy the tickets. I could either ride with me or we can go together. But that'll be dope as
Yeah.
heck. Go as a shop.
Yeah. Heck yeah, bro. Okay, and the last question to wrap this up, bro. Your brand, Purpose Barbershop, Purpose Tattoo, what does Purpose mean to you?
Purpose.
Because that's a big word, man. Purpose,
Yeah.
So how do you, what does that mean to you? And now you've defined that as your brand, and it's a movement, bro.
Purpose, I think ultimately is just finding God's purpose for yourself. Because if
Yeah,
you try to take control of it, try to take control of the wheel,
yeah,
try to make your own plans. I don't think it always goes as planned.
yeah,
When you really let God take control, let it really just let go and let God,
yeah. Facts.
everything just starts clicking and aligning. And
Yeah,
like you said, like God's perfect timing. So
yeah,
I never thought I'd be in this position, but I'm here now. So
yeah,
that's why I say like I just like I just let God take control, and he's worked out everything, so far. So I
yeah,
gotta have strong faith in his plans for me, and you know what I mean? Like just
yeah,
let God take control. So
yeah,
just doing it for God's purpose and not our
yeah,
own, and everything will start aligning.
yeah. It's a lot easier to move in God's purpose than try to do it your own way and try to create something different. Never goes well trying to do it your way.
No, yeah, because I started out as a weld. I thought I wanted to be a welder, but here I am, So
Yeah,
it's been crazy.
yeah. It's what we do is a big deal, man. I call barbering, I think what we do is ministry. You know what I'm saying? The way that we deal with people on a deeper level with that relationship. So, us having God as our source is it's a pretty big deal, man.
Hmm. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. All right, brother. Well, this thing is about to literally crash out on me, this Zoom call. But yeah, hopefully, man, hopefully we can use some of this, but I appreciate you, bro. I could keep going on this, man. I can have conversations like this all day long.
Oh
So
yeah.
we're definitely gonna have to do this again, and it's gonna be look and sound even better. But I appreciate you, Soy.
Appreciate you having me on, man. I
Yeah,
like what you got going on. I'm
yeah.
proud of you as well, you know what I mean? I hope God keeps working in your life. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
yes, sir, bro.
All right,
Appreciate
peace.
it.
Yeah.